Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Straight Faxx, No Printer. It is your host, Frank Keistador, along with two of our other hosts. Say hello, Kels.
Hey everyone, it's Kels.
And we got Logan on deck.
Yo, what's up?
So, Nico and Ian couldn't make it tonight, so they will be severely missed. But the show must go on, and it's been fucking forever since we did another episode of this podcast. So, it's about time we came out with one, and we had to do it today. But, anyways, without further ado, our topic today is on e-dating and simping. So, no one's covered these topics, but we were like, bruh, we deal with simping and fucking e-dating all the time, being on Instagram and shit. So we were like, let's talk about it. So anyways, fellas, let's talk about this shit.
Alright, that sounds good. Yo, now that Nico's not here, let's talk about Nico.
Nico and Melissa,
I feel like
bro.
I feel
Let's
like that
talk
would be
about Nico
appropriate.
and Melissa.
Let's talk shit about our co-hosts when they're not here.
Nah. We ain't gonna
Alright.
talk shit
Nah,
though, but
nah.
we will
I feel like we
about
should
them.
bring up like the definition of what would classify e-dating.
Yes. So usually people think of e-dating as a invalid form of dating, but to us internet degenerates, sometimes it leads to serious things, as it has for me and for many others, and for Nico, because it's been very fruitful for him, and we are very happy for him, because he's been dating Melissa for how many years now? Like,
Like two.
Christ, like 2 or 3 now?
yeah. Which is like pretty impressive, honestly. For him being a youngin and shit, and like keeping an relationship is like pretty hard.
Yeah, you don't really see him get that far, do
hmm
you?
I mean,
Yeah.
he's been telling me about it, how it's like really hard on both of them, actually.
I feel like I'm not
And
that qualified to talk about this 'cause, like,
Nah, man, because you can
I've
be
never
you.
I've never actually I mean I've seen it. I've never actually like been in a
I mean,
serious
seeing it is enough.
You can also be
Yeah.
like our focus group, though. You know what I mean? Like you're our normal person. You
Yeah,
know?
I'll be your normal person any day of the week, Frank.
Yeah, bruh.
Logan,
No,
normal person.
nah, because
Logan,
we
normal
need
person.
you to like contrast like this crazy shit. Because honestly, to an outsider, it's fucking crazy,
I
and I
was gonna
totally
say
get
I'll
it.
be like your outside looking in point of
Yeah.
view.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's why we needed you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, okay. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Um, yeah, I mean, what's been said has been said. Like the whole, like, how do you do it? Like the whole, like, where's the intimacy and like physical aspect of long distance. And I mean, for me, that's a necessity. You can call me materialistic, you know, objectifying whatever you want, but I mean that's a like necessary component in a relationship for me at least. Uh,
I don't
I
think
don't
there's
know
anything
what
wrong with it.
drives people to continue like because like for Nico, for an example, like they've been going out and they haven't even moved in with each other, or I mean they meet each other but on like really rare occasions or not frequent enough for someone like me to want or to be in a relationship to do. So,
I mean,
I
I guess
mean,
it just depends on like how comfortable people are. Cause I mean, for you, intimacy might be like 100%. It has to have like actual intimacy, but I don't know, because for Nico and Melissa, he's told me that, oh yeah, we plan to move in together, and it seems like they want to also.
yeah,
So
Yeah. So
I don't necessarily think it's like bad.
yeah,
yeah. So for me personally, I've been in both camps. I was in a really long distance relationship. We can call it e dating. If we want to put that label on it. But yeah, honestly, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many other people who've had serious relationships, that intimacy is necessary. but the frequency of that intimacy depends on the person, because some people can like
Yeah.
survive with like less contact, or sometimes people need more, as long as it's healthy and both parties agree with it. But the intention to live together, it definitely has to be there, or else it's not possible, because then you have like nothing to strive for, you know what I mean? Because then
Then
it's
you
like,
just stagnate. Yeah,
yeah,
there's like I feel like I mean for any serious relationship, I feel like that's always the goal though, for you to um strive to be that other person's I don't want to say it's what's that term where it's like is it interdependence where like you require that other person to be in your life to like keep existing? But
that's.
like I feel like
Are you looking for like a healthy definition, or like
yeah, we're like I mean everyone in a relationship always like their end goal is to be that person in their life that not like is a necessary component for their survival, but more so they just want to be that person
yeah,
for
that
like
like
I don't want to
enhances their
say
life?
validation, but yeah, I'm gonna say validation.
Yeah, like they enhance their life, you know what I mean? Like sure, like you can
Yeah,
have like your
yeah,
boys and like your best friends, but like it's different when you have like a significant other, you know what I mean? Because that intimacy is different
yeah, of
than the
course.
intimacy you can have with like a friend.
Yeah,
Like, you know, I can kiss my homies, but I can't kiss my homies the way I kiss my significant other, you know what I mean?
of
Yeah.
course, gracefully said. I
No,
agree.
exactly. But anyways, now that we got like a real definition going, let's get behind the stigma behind it, because it's always fun to talk about this. Because like in hindsight, I'm like, nah, man, fuck dating. But like, I kind of respect it because I went through the hustle, and also like Nico goes through it, and I gotta respect his because he's grinding
Yeah.
real hard.
Oh
Mhm.
man, he's grinding. He's grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he's been working to make a shit ton of money in order to like support himself and Melissa, which is his girlfriend, and that's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
really impressive, honestly.
He's really young too, and he's getting trying to get his own apartment and do all this college stuff like all in one go. I'm really, really happy for him. I'm proud.
But yeah, man, dating actually leads to like self improvement and shit. But the reason it gets this like stigma is because of simps. You know, back in the day we didn't have a definition for it, but simps are fucking
Like nice
terrible.
guy.
Yeah, like they're like the type who are like Timmy, bro. Fucking Timmy.
No, no, bro. We don't talk about Timmy.
Nah,
Wait,
but it.
who's Timmy? I'm out of the loop.
Oh, all right. So,
Oh god.
just to give you the a long story short, right? So Timmy is this
Yeah.
kid that I know that used to date heavy air quotes, this cosplayer who is like she's an adult, but she's like a lolly in real life, right?
She's
Okay.
Asian,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but she looks.
and
Yeah.
he's like 23, I think, or some bullshit like that. And
Wait,
she's
what?
like
How old was she?
she's like 4 years younger than him or some crazy like shit.
I remember she was a minor when
At the
Yeah, I
she.
was
time.
gonna say if they're like that age now, then she was probably a minor. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
She
definitely.
recently just turned 18.
Yeah. But anyways, like they never saw each other, and he was just really weird. Like there's different levels of sympatry, you know, depending on the person.
Hmm.
But like he's like the type of dude that likes K-pop, and that's how you know there's an issue, cuz he also likes idols and shit too, and no fucking self-respecting dude likes fucking idols or K-pop, bruh. I'm telling you right now. And anyways, they break up or whatever. It wasn't really a relationship, but like you know how dating go. They take everything seriously, and it lasts like a fucking month, and then they're like, "Damn, I loved them." But yeah. Anyways, this man knows no bounds, and he starts hitting on Kels, and he has not left her alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually had to like tell him this, like, hey man, like I know we live like in the same city and all, but like no, like I'm sorry to be mean or anything, but like no, I do not want to go catch a movie with you. No, I don't want to come over. Like it's
I
like
feel
it's
like I've noticed that where it's like a lot of guys where no matter where you live, uh if you live in the same city as a certain guy, they will incessantly like feel the
Mm,
need to hit you up no matter what. And it's like it's not like a person, it's obvious, well, it's usually not a person you know in real life. But but it's like they feel like a sort of entitlement
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna get into like a deep philosophical
Nah,
argument
you
about
can, bro. I,
men's entitlement, but like it seems just an observation I've made, and
And
it
even with
usually happens online, not with people you know personally.
and
Yeah.
I kind of have to say something on that. Like, I know someone that we've known each other through mutual friends, and we've been talking, and it's in real life. But he constantly has the need to, hey, we should do something, or like, hey, we should hang out, or like, hey, we should like just like meet. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, you live like 40 minutes away.
Hmm.
Don't want to. He's like really weird, and he doesn't get the message. And I'm like, dude, I have a boyfriend. I'd have to say I have a boyfriend for people to leave me alone. And it's not even funny anymore because
Yeah.
people should learn their boundaries sometimes and know when people aren't interested, or just know that when they're being a creep.
Yeah, and I feel like the internet has definitely like accelerated and like given like a platform to like weird ass people. Cause like they think they're right because they don't have like people in real life to like fucking put them back in their place and like be like, you fucking weirdo. Cause everyone else around them's weird too, and like the thing is they've already been ostracized from real life, so they've given up basically on like improving themselves and like trying to find someone in real life. So then they think like, oh, it's the internet, you know what I mean? Like they'll like me, and it's like the whole like doomer meme, like that whole new shit with like the doomer girl, where it's like, oh, you like anime? That means you have to like me, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, you're not entitled to anything, bro. Like you gotta work
Yeah.
for it, and like you also have to like you have to like court them, like you have to actually be like a genuine person. Like they have to actually
Mhm.
like you know what I mean? Not just because you share a few interests and maybe a geographic location.
Yeah.
Really.
It's like, hey, maybe that doomer guy and doomer girl meme is a reflection of reality.
You know, in a strange twist of fate, memes really do reflect reality sometimes,
I
bro.
guess so. Maybe I'll write a book about it someday or something.
Hmm.
Write
Yeah.
my thesis on that.
Oh fuck, man. There's gonna be
Your
so many
fucking
theses about
dissertation on it,
memes.
Logan.
I
PhD
know.
Logan.
Dr.
Gen Z.
Logan.
Gen Z up next, am I right?
Or dude, Dr. John.
Dr.
Doctor. What?
That's not
Wait,
even funny anymore. I'm
what?
tired.
Who's John?
Kelsey's last
Me.
name is John.
Oh.
Oh, Logan, I'm so hurt.
Kels, didn't you want to be a detective?
That's a story for another time, because I'm still mad about
Oh my
that.
god, Kelsey
Yeah.
John PI on the case, bro.
You could be a PI. You don't have to be like an official, like federal agent,
No, but
That's
even with
true.
a
state
PI,
worker.
there's like, you have to be a certain height limit for it.
Are you serious?
I thought
Even in your
PIs are
private
private
practice?
Yeah, private practice.
I was looking it up, and with detectives, you'd have to be like a police first, and then I was like looking at PI, and like it said you'd have to, but I'll look more into it. If not, then you know what your girl's gonna be.
Yeah, bro, like why can't you like spec in like a unique niche of like people who need like smaller PIs, you know what I mean? Like it makes no sense to me, honestly. Like
I know.
you got that stealth boost, bro.
Wow. Okay. But PIs don't make a lot of money. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
true.
the
That's
same with
a
like what the fuck is it called? The psychologists that work with like like in criminology and shit. They make like
Mhm.
fucking nothing.
yeah.
But yeah, that's like regardless of the fact. Anyways, let's hop back to e dating, bro, cuz that's what
Yeah.
the topic is at hand. So I just wanted to talk about e dating when it comes to building intimacy, cuz there's a shit ton of memes about it, but I also want to talk about it seriously cuz no one wants to address it. Um So like that whole like fucking caricature of like people doing like the 24-hour plus like Skype calls and then like the fucking e-sex and all that bullshit. That's like bad, bro. Cuz like you guys got to have space for each other. Like, you know, e-dating works a lot like real relationships in my opinion. Like the more you think about it critically and analyze it like from an unbiased perspective that isn't like tainted by irony and like sarcasm. And I feel like it gets a bad rap, but that's just because there's so many fucking idiots on the internet. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because like we've seen successful cases, right?
Yeah,
Like I know you
definitely.
have,
Yeah,
Kels.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Like I know a few people that are going 4 years. It's actually really good, and they plan on moving in together. One already moving in with each other. I mean, it's not bad per se, but it can get really bad if both are really super codependent on each other and like don't
yeah,
want to have any other life aspirations, stuff like that. What Logan said.
yeah. Cause what's it called? Like in my opinion, like e-dating gets a bad rap as well. Cause the people who are e-dating like aren't fucking old enough to like have like lives of their own yet. So it's like a really weird place where it's like usually one of you has to be like in my personal experience usually one of you has to be like a fucking loser who like doesn't do anything, and then like they're the ones who like can visit because like the other person is like, you know, they have
Yeah.
to go to school or like they're trying to like build a company or like get a job, you know what I mean, like a serious thing. And it's like it's
Oh,
impossible to do until you have steady incomes unless
yeah.
one of the other people doesn't like puts their life on hold practically just to see you, which is already like pretty bad, which is like what happened with me. Like I broke my thing off because what is it called, I went to college and I was like I can't do this anymore because I can't put the time in because I want to focus on myself. And I was a pre-med student too, and that shit's a time commitment and a half. I'm not anymore, but I know for
Uh,
sure I can't make time for it, you know what I mean? And also like geographic location's important. I wouldn't have the money to see that person regardless, and I'd feel guilty of putting their life on hold and making them spend their money just to see me. You know what I mean? Like there's like a
well,
morality to it as well.
yeah, but like with most e-dates and e-relationship, it's mostly like freshman college or like high school. But have you ever seen cases where it's like, let's say, mid 20s, which is really dangerous area to be e-dating? Like mid 20s, that's really dangerous because at that point there is either something wrong or you just haven't, been out a lot.
Yeah. Cuz
There are circumstances. It really just depends. Like like either they're doing full time college, or it's just rough, and people have their own coping mechanisms. I get that, but again, the line needs to be drawn. At, like it has to.
no, yeah, I totally get you cuz like you should be social enough by the time you're 25 to like not rely on using fucking Instagram to get like pussy or dick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like just go out, man. Go to like a bar, go to a dance club, do something. Like strike a conversation up with people. And honestly, it's e-dating is like a symptom of like everyone just being fucking shy. And it's really rough for me personally cuz like there's like a standard that like can't be met anymore unless like people are online because it's like like if you have your friends from like across the world and like the states where we are, like it's so easy to just be like, yo, look at this fucking beautiful ass like e-girl, you know what I mean, but she lives like across the US, you know what I mean, and you're not gonna find that in
Yeah.
real life. And sometimes you might have to settle, or sometimes like it's okay to not find someone who meets your criteria 100% of the time because then you're cutting yourself off from growing and accepting other people, and it is really unhealthy at the end of the day, honestly, in my opinion.
Oh
Um,
yeah, it's extremely unhealthy.
it is unhealthy. But even like in real life, there are cases where it's like, not e-dating, but most people and a lot of people usually do shoot their shots on Instagram, and that that is valid in a way, but it's more so like, oh man, like they're doing it, so henceforth it is okay for me to do it. And even if they're like, oh, they're just like, 4 miles away, oh, they're just like one state away, it'll just keep on adding to the like to the mindset where it's like, oh, they're just this, they're just that, and it's just not going to solve anything, really.
Yeah, it's like objectifying people basically, because it's the same with dating apps, which actually falls into this category quite well. Because in my opinion, I consider that e-dating as well. I don't know if that's just a me
Yeah,
thing.
like,
What
are we
about you
talking
guys?
about like,
Tinder, like shit like that. I
mm,
consider that kind of e-dating, honestly. It
with
depends. It depends. Like in some cases it can be though.
Tinder, I'm just 50-50 on it. A lot of people say they use it for hookups, and I've had a few friends that strongly disagreed on that. And I'm like, okay, man, you do you. Go shoot your shot. They end up in a relationship that's 1 month and come back saying, man, bro, it wasn't it. It just wasn't it. They're going into there expecting something that people are not looking for. It's wild.
Yeah, but the reason why I'm putting it in the same category as e-dating is because it's the same shit. You know what I mean? You see the memes everywhere, where like the relationship lasts a fucking month. Like you do the rabbit fucking Discord calls or whatever the fuck, like that corny shit, and then like you break up, and it's like it lasted a month and it didn't actually mean anything. You know what I mean? Because there was no emotional depth. It's the same thing because
Mm.
it's
Yeah, I
like
get you.
yeah, it's like I'm dating this person because like for example, like let's say the person
Oh, I
is
get you.
is
I
like a
get you.
weeb, you know what I mean? And then they're like, damn, she
Yeah,
likes
yeah.
anime and she cosplays. Damn, I'm gonna date her.
Mm.
But then it's like, all right, but then what about like her personality though, and like her family life and shit? You know what I mean? Like you gotta know what you're getting into. Like it's like, oh, she hot, but she has depression, but I don't care. It's like you gotta deal with that shit if you're actually gonna get in a
Yeah.
relationship with someone. You know what I mean? You can't just ignore it.
And I guess you did have a, like, a really valid point about how they contrast each other. Because with e-dating, it's you. Sometimes it's either just mainly guys simping, or the other times it's just like the personality and just everything all mixed in together with one person, and it just happens naturally. But with dating apps and all that stuff, it's like, oh, you like anime? Wow, we should date.
Yeah, it's like you're fetishizing fucking interests and
Yeah.
like features, which is fucked up. But that's the direction we're going in, and it's a weird gray area. You know what I mean? Because it's like a symptom of our society. But there's not much we can really do about it. I always joke about this with my friends, but like there's gonna be a real lifer movement eventually in the future where like people are just gonna be like fuck technology, like fuck this, and I can definitely feel myself joining that movement later down the road when like VR becomes a thing, and like people are just like nah fuck real life, I'm gonna just live in VR.
They're already doing that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, nah. But when it gets really bad, like I'm like definitely gonna be like, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna go live in the woods. I'm a real lifer, bruh.
VR Minecraft.
Yeah, IRL Minecraft. But
That's just anarcho-primitivism.
yeah, Logan. Anarcho-capitalist society. Um,
Hell no. Not an ANCAP. Never an ANCAP.
Earn caps for life, baby. Nah.
Yeah. It's
What's your thoughts on all this,
Yeah,
Logan?
Logan, you've been kind of
my
quiet, but
thoughts.
like after
Yeah, I have.
ruminating on our
I
conversation.
know. Um, honestly, I can't even. I have respect for people that e-date, but I mean, there's like a lot of cons that come with it. Like I said, I pretty much still stand by like my personal beliefs and values when it comes to e-dating. But I can definitely respect people that like
Yeah.
engage in it, but also make it work.
Yeah.
Like it's a balance that I would never be willing to put up with. The whole, I mean, there's little to no intimacy, I mean, once you move in with a person, I wouldn't even consider that e-dating anymore. So I mean,
Yeah, it
there's
wouldn't be.
little to no.
Uh,
Yeah, there's little to no like intimacy and actual
I mean,
physical aspects of a long distance relationship.
uh, the one thing I am concerned for with e-dating is you e-date for, let's say, a few years, and you decided to move in together, and that moment where you decide you do move in together, it's it's usually when you're in a relationship and you decide to get a place together, you decide if you want to marry that person or continue to kind of separate if y'all aren't able to live with each other.
Yeah,
And I guess it's like with someone who's been dating like online for like so long that when they do decide to move in together, like, oh yeah, like this is great, but it gets either uncomfortable or it's just not what they expected. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably just not what they expect at all. Like, damn, bro, you piss with with the toilet. You piss with the door. You piss with the door open. Like, they're gonna get mad. It's stuff like this that's gonna happen on an everyday basis, and some people have not really thought about it to that extent. And people who have, I respect them. I do.
Yeah, they're being smart. Yeah, because yet again, it plays into the whole like people who tend to e-date are like type young, and
Mm.
they're not thinking this far in like I wasn't fucking thinking this far in advance, and then like I had a sudden realization where it was like I want to do something with my life, but if I keep doing this, like it's never gonna happen. Like I wouldn't have made friends in college because I would have been like, nah, bro, I can play PS4 with my fucking EGF and never talk to anyone ever again because I got pussy on like command. But it's like it's very difficult because it's a balance. Because ideally, you e-date until you date normally. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If you don't
yeah,
have that end goal in mind, then it's not really valid, in my opinion.
I mean, some people they're like different type of e-daters. Some people are just very comfortable and they don't want to leave that area where it's like, oh man, it's like I'm almost out of college, but like e-dating is super nice because like you don't have to go through all of that commitment. Well, commitment per se if they are comfortable, because they'll just hop onto another person and act this way, and it's just they're not gonna change. Well, but with people who do plan on like moving in together or like having something more in mind, like what Frank said, like thinking about their future and stuff, that it could go somewhere because I've seen a lot of successful cases where they've had moved in together and they worked on their own careers and it was fine and it was going really well. It was a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I mean, the
yeah,
more and more we talk about this, the more it's like e-dating is just a form like it's very similar to normal dating, just with some caveats and like a lot of gray area because it hasn't been around long enough. You know what I mean? For us to like know
Mm.
like all of the ramifications for it, which is like really interesting. And to be honest, like I wasn't expecting us to get really philosophical about this, but I actually appreciate it because I thought we were just gonna shoot the shit about e-dating this podcast, but I
yeah.
actually
Honestly,
like
I
this
did
shit.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I appreciate the in-depth analysis, and actually, this enhanced the experience for me because I think a lot of people will actually get something out of this instead of just us like
Yeah,
shitting on cringy ass like e people.
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, like
I feel like
yeah, no, go
yeah.
ahead, Logan. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say next time, next episode we should for sure have Nico here, and then he could share a little insight because I mean, out of all of us, he's the only person actively e-dating. I mean, hopefully not soon because I mean, what they're gonna move in with each other soon, like in
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
ideally, yeah, and like
within the
honestly,
next
they
year.
seem like they will, which is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But yeah, we could
Pretty
have
soon, actually.
yeah, we
What?
could have like an epilogue
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
next episode. Yeah, definitely. And I know this is going to be like a shorter podcast, but I thought it was way more insightful. And guys, I'm really sorry about the audio mixing in the last episode, but hopefully it's better in this one. And you guys can expect a higher quality shit. I was just figuring it out, but yeah, I don't really have much else to add other than this,
Mm-mm.
and I actually like this more concise episode. I don't know. It felt
Yeah, a
really
little
like nice
more.
to talk about it with the three of you. It's been like a minute, since we talked.
I know. It's like short and sweet. I mean, pretty concise. I felt like, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't have a lot to add. I mean, given
But
that
you did
I've
though.
never really. Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I
You
was
you
the
offered an
outside
outsider's
perspective, but
perspective, which is
yeah,
extremely
yeah,
valuable.
yeah. But hopefully next time, well, for sure next time. I mean, next time we record, we'll be sure to have everyone in here. But
Oh yeah,
yeah, I felt like it
100%.
was
Yeah.
really, yeah,
mm,
so that like Nico can give his insight since we were pretty much talking about him or using him as a reference the entire time. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's valid. It's valid. It's because I don't personally, I don't know a lot of people, and maybe you guys do that like have a like current long distance relationship,
Nah,
but
bro. I became
yeah,
jaded after like mine. I was like, fuck long distance. I can't do
yeah,
it anymore.
I don't blame you.
and
Yeah.
But yeah,
just like after the freshman year, it's we can't do that. We can't do that to ourselves anymore. It's already hard as it is with like
exactly.
social life and like school and like just a lot of pressure, really.
Exactly. It's like my thing is that as much as people want to like not admit that physical intimacy is not a big component of a relationship, it always seems like it is
No, they're lying to themselves
to
if they
people.
say it
Yeah,
isn't.
they're lying. They're lying. Like it could be the most like fundamental like conservative Christian good boy, and he'll say like, like physical intimacy is like it's not like a huge thing to me. Like just getting along with my significant other and at the end of the day just knowing that we love and cherish each other. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. No, I know for a
No.
fact. I know for a fact they want to get to third base
Yeah.
with their significant other. But like, that's just me. It's a personal observation I've made throughout the
You're
years.
right, Logan. It's like even with like just like friends or like any relationship, it's like humans are very social creatures and they just love to like either be hugged or like just like a handshake. And with relationships, a lot more, yes. And when people are like when they're comfortable, then either they're just like really lying to themselves and just feel miserable about it and don't feel like doing anything for neither of themselves.
Yeah. Complacency
Yeah.
is really dangerous if you see that in a person. Cause well,
Yeah.
this is like for me personally, but if you become complacent in life, then there's something wrong because you can always be better, you can always do better, and you can always like do more things. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if
we
you're
talked
bored with
about
your
this last
life,
episode. Yeah.
like there's something going wrong because like we're in the internet age, bro. Like pick up a new
Yeah.
hobby, learn how to cook, learn some fucking like woodwork. I don't know, like you can do anything, and especially when it comes to like physical intimacy, as you were saying, like the most conservative like Christian boy, like they can't kiss, they can't like make out, they can't do anything. Then the only thing they have is like fucking holding hands and like literally just hanging out. You know what I mean? So that's like precious. And it's even
Yeah.
with us,
Means
like
more to them.
yeah, like
It would
even
mean
with
a lot more.
us, like we're technically like online friends or whatever, but like we try to like video chat, you know what I mean? And like that tries to like close the barrier, you know what I mean? So even amongst friends, it's like important. Like not just in relationships. So like if it's important amongst friends, imagine how important it is in like an actual
Oh yeah, of
relationship.
course. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But that's all I have to say on the matter. Does
Yeah, I
anyone
mean,
else
I
have any
got
like last minute additions or comments?
Not
I gave my
really.
10 cents or about it, so
Mm.
I mean the final thing that I could say is like the whole yeah, not really. I mean, we already went over like
Yeah.
I feel like someone would be lying to themselves if they said the physical aspects of a relationship isn't that important to them.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah.
well, I guess I'll leave our viewers with this. If you guys are in a serious, and I mean serious, online relationship, more power to you guys. Hopefully it goes well. Um, stay healthy, and yeah, we're rooting for you guys. But anyways, I'm Frank Keistador. Kels, you wanna sign off?
Um, yeah, I was multitasking. My bad, but
It's all good.
uh,
Uh,
man, it was nice. It was a nice conversation, more philosophical. Meant to. I was out here preparing my list to bash some people I've dated that were just not ready for it. Ready for their weren't thinking about their own life per se. And that's just when I had it. But this was a good talk. It was good.
Yeah. But
All
yeah.
right.
Goodbye, everyone. Please follow us on our page on Instagram at Straight Up Facts with 2 X's at the end, no spaces. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you. Bye.